I was a real nerd the first year of my secondary school, a complete nerve. I think I had a mustache and I didn't even pluck my eyebrows or something. It was so weird. And yeah, I manifested the most popular boy. I'm going to share with you how I manifested my very first boyfriend when I was 15. So I'm not going to share his name, but I was like in like secondary school, and I was, how old was I? I was, I think, about 13 years old, and I was so quiet. Nothing like I am now. I was so quiet. I was geeky. That was before I started getting in the in crowd and in the naughty crowd. That was when I was like really square. It was my first year. I think it was my first year of secondary school. And this boy I'd fancied for about, I don't know, it just felt like a year then. It was probably like weeks, but it felt like a year. And he had dated all the girls in my class and maybe other girls in other classes, and he, like, everybody used to fancy him, but me, I was so shy, I was so scared. And I remember I was daydreaming about him like pretty much all the time. I'd be daydreaming about him in class. I'd be dreaming about him when I went to bed, and I'd be thinking about us, like imagining us walking down the street together, holding hands, and I'd imagine him being my boyfriend, and it was just so natural for me. I just was such a daydreamer, and it was kind of like borderline obsession actually. And so I'd been obsessed with it, but I'd never made a move. I don't know, I think I just felt like he was going to be mine one day. And I remember it was about a year, I don't know, it was a long time. We went on holiday, my family, to Spain, and I managed to get his address. I think those days there was like a phone book and you can look him up on the phone book. But before this, I'd used to walk past his house as well, just checking his house out. He never said hello to me. He didn't even know that I had existed. And but I was relentless. I just kept fantasizing over him, just like thinking, like really innocently, you know, like at 12 years old. And then I thought to myself, like when I was on holiday, that, well, I think I'm gonna like send him a postcard. So I got a postcard and I started writing to him. It was really cute. It wasn't anything like extravagant. I just wrote to him, I'm on holiday. This is M in your class. I don't know if you remember me. I just wanted to say that I really like you, and I hope you have a wonderful summer. It was so innocent. Oh, like, oh, my cute little M, you know. So anyway, I remember putting a stamp on, and I was really sneaky. I was like, oh my God, should I send it? Should I send it? And I just put it in the post box. And I just felt so brave. I can't believe it now that I did that. But little did I know that what I was doing then was in the process of manifesting what I deeply desired. So anyway, I posted the postcard, continued dreaming about him. I remember even dreaming about him when I was in the pool. It just felt so real in my mind that we would be together, and him in, like, I was in his arms. And anyway, we got back from holiday and I didn't think anything of it. I completely forgot about the postcard actually, but I just continued dreaming about him. And it was the day after we got back from holiday, and guess what? he knocked at the door and he said, hi. And we became boyfriend and girlfriend from there. So it doesn't sound like magical, does it? But this is how manifestations work. And that is one example of how I started it from a very young age. And then I will share with you other instances how I manifested jobs doing exactly the same thing. But I didn't realize that I was actually following like the formula of how creating whatever we want. And it's not just about the dreaming, the desire, the need to want something is the first stage. The second is the aligned action. It's not the forcing, it's like what felt good that would move me forward to the next stage. And then the magic side of it is letting go and then expecting something to happen. And that part is the quantum physics side, the part that I'll be sharing with you maybe in many videos later, because I want to really get this first part crystal clear. This first part anyone can do. Anyone can do, no matter how big your dreams are. You want to be a millionaire? You can do it. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm on the path of manifesting that. You want to like create the relationship that you want. I've pretty much done that. My relationship was crazy. I nearly divorced him. We nearly killed each other. But now it's like we're best mates. So just a summary, that is how manifestation works. You first desire something that you want, and then you feel as if you've already got it. And I felt like we were together. And the ironic thing is, we were only together, I think, a week, because he tried to kiss me, and I'm like, I didn't like it. But the fact is, I already felt like we were together, and it was so funny because when we got together, it wasn't as great as the real thing. And that's the thing, because we are natural manifestors, there's always another desire. So, and one of the things I had to make peace with was to realize that we're always desiring something. And when we've got whatever we want, another desire will come along. And it's not because we're greedy, and it's not because we're never satisfied. It's just that's how we work as humans. And when we do it right, it's about evolving as humans, and then you either live your best life or you help other people. And that's when things start getting expansive, starts getting bigger and bigger. It's almost like getting a bit woo-woo here, but it's almost like if you only help yourself and you feel good, then that's it. And if you die, you've achieved everything that you want. Well, that's all that you are here to. You were born to have that. You were born to have the best life. You were born to live your full potential, and that is that. It's almost like when you don't fulfill that, it's almost like you've cut your nose to spite your face. You only live here once, and if you went away full of regrets that you never got to do what you want, well, it's a shame, really, because you are meant to do whatever you want. And the magical part is when you start helping other people, once you start putting a puzzle together, like I've started putting the puzzle together, once you start helping other people, once you see more evidence, which I'll share with you more evidence of how like the manifestation is at work in our lives, and you start seeing that, and one by one, everything that you want is starting to happen around you, and you know for sure, a matter of time, the sky isn't the limit. And then you start sharing that with other people. There's this magical thing where almost like the universe is there helping you out to achieve what you want. It's like it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. Like with that, maybe, I don't know, I was a real nerd the first year of my secondary school, a complete nerd. I think I had a mustache and I didn't even pluck my eyebrows or something. It was so weird. And yeah, I manifested the most popular boy. And on another video, I'll share with you how I manifested a top paying, like one of the blue chip companies in London when I left school with no qualifications. When you start manifesting, things that don't make sense starts happening, because you get to that first part where you start really knowing how that works, almost like making a cup of tea, and then it's almost like a force, like the universe, whatever. It's like whatever it is that has created us to help our heartbeat. You know, we're not making our heartbeat happen. Who's making the trees grow? Who, like, you know, the sun. Everything is synchronicity. There is something about the synchronicity of life that helps us out when we start expanding and helping other people as well. But if that's not what you want, that's fine, because it is our birthright to live the best possible life, to get whatever we want, to be who we want, and we don't even have to deserve it. It's like we were born to be like this. So like I said on other videos, this video might not make any sense to you at all, but there's some of you that have already experienced this, and your ears are going to be like, tell me more, because there's something inside you that already knows that you are meant for more, and already knows that you've been creating, and that there's something there to help you get where you want to be. There is something in your soul that is like pricked up when you hear this. But if it still doesn't make sense, that's fine, because I was there a few years back, not long back, when none of this makes sense. The only thing that you need to know, the only thing that you need right now is a deep desire to create something, whether it's to get out of struggle, whether it's addiction, self-sabotage, whether it's to travel the world, whether it's to meet your ideal partner, whether it's like making peace with food, have the body that you want, whether it is to, I don't know, have babies or whatever it is. That's all you need is a desire for something, to be a millionaire, whatever. Then stick around, watch these videos, but they're breadcrumbs. What I'm sharing with you is pieces of the puzzle. And I really encourage you to have a look at my other videos, because how it works is that the more videos that you listen to, the more that things will start getting clear, and then you'll realize your subconscious mind, how powerful it is. You can start testing it. See how this actually works in your life. It's not just a load of hippie tree hugging thing, because I've never really been a tree hugger. I'm always been, show me the proof. But we can only see the proof if we're willing to let go of what we already know and start listening with our ears wide open. Because what I'm doing is helping you see, like with your eyes wide open, to see the bigger picture. Because my theory with manifestation is that it's not about things dropping in your lap. It's about training our eyes to see the breadcrumbs that lead us to where we want to be. So on that note, sorry about the lighting again. I'm at my parents' house and it's really late, and this is the first opportunity I've had to talk to you all day. And again, I hope something in this video has helped you start that contemplation in your mind, something that will help you start thinking about what you want in this life, and hopefully you'll start feeling or seeing things differently the more videos that you watch. So until next time, until tomorrow, take care. Bye. Thanks for watching.